Hell, the moon's still over there. You see the moon? Boom, baby, boom! Rise. There's the shine. I'm tripping over here because there's the moon. I don't know if anybody can see the moon right there, but the moon's still rising, even though the sun is shining. That's a blessing right there. This is how we do it. Boom, dun, 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 dun. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, y'all. We get out right now. That's what the whole show's about. Getting that sunshine on us, getting this walk on, getting this weed club on. I got my new shirt on. Representing the club. Up in the club. Representing like what? You know what I'm saying? Representing this day. Representing this shine. Representing this mind and body and soul. It has to be said. It gets to be said. Every morning we get to talk about it, but now we get to be about it. I'm gonna get shade. The sun's already starting to blaze. It's simple. You have to get out. You will have to get out of your mind and get outside and get a chance to make this energy flow. And they do the research. You know, I've been eating it all with the fuck your feelings. It's a 9-hour course. I basically only digest my whole life was like successful books and self-help books, and you know, the whole words are self-help, that you would literally get the help from yourself. You know, my shoulder, and as even my shoulder aches, I want it to unache, and the way I'm gonna go get it to unache is going down here to the park once again, and I'm going to, man, I should have probably brought my hat. I'm going to stretch out. I'm going to stretch the areas that hurt. And everybody's like, well, of course you are, Saint. But what I'm also doing is I'm taking action. When we sit, you know, our ancestors never meant for us to sit so long. That's the truth of it. We get so sedentary, and then some of the hormones and emotions start to develop that make us pretty much depressed. And I'm not the science behind it. There are plenty of doctors out here that can explain it. You also can get into, you know, Dr. Joe, what's his name, Forenza? I've been watching a lot of his stuff. His stuff's really good because he breaks down just how important the thoughts are on a chemical level inside of our brains. And that's what it is, really. It's chemical warfare. We can have war with, or I guess there's war right now, but, you know, threats of war from people like North Korea is always just making up something or doing something and threatening global peace by practicing nuclear arms. And we, I mean, this could be just a Western perspective, and maybe they want to protect themselves. But we, as people, know what time it is when we share that kind of energy. We know the instability it makes everybody feel when you start misfiring. And a lot of us don't even know that we're misfiring. Inside of our heads, there's so many chemicals that we actually put more chemicals inside of ourselves to combat these chemicals. Again, you know, like alcohol or something. You know, I should have probably grabbed my hat. Well, I guess I'm getting the sunrise, but you know, I'm walking alone. This dude's walking towards me with his dog. I'm not sure what that energy's about, but what's up, homie? I'll look you right in your eyes and wonder why this whole park, you gotta get close to me. Why you gotta get close to me? You can walk anywhere but towards someone else. Yeah. You can watch your own dog take a shit. Get away from me. And that's what I have to do. I have to get away from me personally. You know, get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Everybody's on EDC wanting to get out of their minds or live their youth or live their blessed lives. And that's what they do. Right now in Vegas, the best way to threaten your happiness is to put your face next to base and absorb fake serotonin so you can pretend that you're living your blessed life. And that's what ends up happening. We do this to ourselves, right? We'll go and say, the only time I'm going to be alive is when EDC comes into town. All my financial resources Everything that I need to make something happen, I make it happen because I want something. I want the idea of happiness, and true success is the real happiness. Um, or happiness is the real success. That's what I really wanted to say is if you can find it without buying expensive EDC tickets or arguing with people. You know, I've seen a lot of dysfunction online for this things, and every time this party comes into town, I ask myself, what are they doing? You know what I mean? Like, who are they improving? And that's a real question. It's like there's no petitions being signed, there's no gathering of the energies. It's just come see such XYZ on XYZ while you're on XYZ drugs, XYZ DJ, and blast yourself out for 3 days. And then you got to go back into your default world, the real world, when we stop escaping from our world, you know, trying to leave thoughts and emotions behind, right? We do all sorts of little tricky, funny, creative ways to avoid our lives. You know, it's not just masturbation and it's not just TV. It can be EDC. It can be so many other things that you know that you do to avoid what you're really supposed to work on. And one of the things of getting out and doing the work is that it's not a wish anymore. You know, a lot of people say, man, I want financial stability. Cool. Now it's EDC time. And what's going to happen when your choices are between your impulses and your principles? And I think I need to make a principles over impulses, sure. But that's exactly what we're talking about here at Saints Addiction. My saintly side wanted to have some principles, right? Or at least I thought I did. And then the addiction showed up, and that's when my impulses took over. We are so impulsive. We can't wait to get some sort of distraction from our realities. And it could be someone saying something boring, and you just grab your phone. You're doing so many things on autopilot. It's insanity. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've brushed my teeth and forgot my teeth, or I forgot to brush my teeth. We live in different realms, man. We live in different realms where I'm the one that's picking up trash. Don't be a trash hole, as my friend eloquently put it today. We can dance with the trash. Plastic Pocket Challenge. There's another one over here. There's always one at the park. All these people, and nobody knows how to pick up their own trash. All these trash cans, and at least these are picked up. In other countries, there's no fucking way, man. That would have been piled over for reals though. But you know, walking on this green grass only gets my brain working because I decided to walk. And you need to decide to start moving too. Say, get out now. I mean it, like now. Like that ability to take charge now and not let the routine take over and not let your weak brain take over, or your monkey brain or your lazy brain or the brain that's been calling you out, telling you to do certain things a certain way, because we are habitual. We're habitual. We tend to do things the same way. This is the same park I walked yesterday. And then I'm going over here to the pull-up bars because my shoulder's blown out. This is a choice. I'm telling my body what to do. My mind isn't telling my body. Well, I guess my mind is telling my body, but I'm telling my mind to tell my body. And that's huge. I'm hurting, y'all. Weed club. I need to go home and smoke. Weed club. Your boy Saint's hurting. Woo. Cool. I lost my followers because they don't want to talk about working out. Hopefully they just get off the phone and went to work out, and they chose themselves. They chose to take charge and say, I'm making my mind, make my body, make my dreams come true. If you have anyone to take a finger, point the blame, get some accountability, it's with us. It's with you. You alone, you and your memory, you and your behavior, and you and your mind have developed a world that you felt like you've lived up to. That's it. We make worlds that are comfortable for us, and comfort's the killer. We talked about this the other day, but what was the word that was it wasn't complacency. Man, I hate to do it again because I'd have to turn off my phone, but there was something else that we had instead of comfort. But we can challenge ourselves. This is it. The challenge of not doing the same thing every day. The challenge of breaking a habit. If you really want to break a habit, it takes 21 days. That's right, 3 weeks. And it takes 90 days for it to become a pattern. So you need to literally not smoke cigarettes for 3 weeks straight, not know 3 days and say, I quit cigarettes. They're lying. You know, we talked about goals. A real goal, as they've been saying in like the Fuck Your Feelings, was that, what was it? It was that goal over wish. Over here at Saints Anarchy, we have a goal over a wish, because what we want, we are wishing for. We'll say silly things that are without merit or accountability. We'll say things like, you know, I want to lose weight. Well, that's a wish, right? A goal is I want to lose 23 pounds by working out three days a week. When you make yourself accountable, and it's more than just numbers and weight and all that stuff, but when you just come up with a plan, you know, to work your plan, then it's not a wish anymore. Then it becomes a goal. And then it's like, don't wish work. I could put a work over wish shirt all day. And I said goal over wish, so I guess work over wish would make it work even better. I don't know, you tell me, do you like goal over wish or wish over work? But when we are the master and commanders of our minds, and we're this energy vessel, we get placed so quick to sit, and we take so many medicines to make our bloods thinner, or a lot of external things, when damn right it's our own body's medicines. We've are a genetic anomaly on the surface of this planet, and besides for, you know, us not listening to our own bodies, our bodies are listening to us. They are listening to every time you got stressed out. They're listening to every thought you started to go back into. And I don't even want to call them thoughts anymore. I might as well call them chapters, because these books are on the shelf of your mind. You've had a whole life of matrix levels of shelves sliding by you, and most of us hang true to just that one area of our library. And I just thought it was just so astonishing, you know, again, once we talked about like a couple months ago about just the range of emotions and how there's like 36,000 emotions, and now there's got an emotion app where you can look up an emotion and see what it's closely related to. There are spheres of names near each other that are similar to each other. We can have it inside of ourselves. Man, this dry weather gets my throat real quick, but inside of ourselves, to have questions of worth and effort and possibility. Those are deep questions, because normally we'll turn that off. Some water balloon plastic. We'll turn that off just so we won't have to hear it. And you're the only one that gets to hear it. That's the weird part about it. You and your body are the only two things that get to have that conversation. And you're the only two people in the audience to hear it. I need to stretch out my shoulder again. I'm dying here. This is your boy's saying, my neck. And I don't know, I pulled something in my neck, I think, maybe from these pull-ups, so I gotta stretch out. But the ability to have the conversations with oneself, you know, catching your ego, going like, am I doing this for my greater good, for my body, or for what I want other people to think about me? I sound like a porno. Oh, this pain makes me sound like a porno. Oh, there it is. Cracked a little bit. Oh, my God, I feel like someone just put a fucking knife through my back and between my scapula. I've been trying to hit it with like spoons and shit. Just slept wrong. I pinched a nerve. But what I didn't pinch was my dream. You know, when I started dreaming, I went all in, and I'll show you different strategies for it, because I literally started pushing myself in realms that I didn't think I could go. You know, when you're talking about shit, traveling the world, I didn't know, you know, and I was scared as shit. I had never been anywhere before, but I boldly went. And that's what we're talking about. Get out now. You know, now that I've gotten out, I've been able to sit on some thoughts and some experiences that have given me some strength. I have proven to myself time and time again that I am capable of things, that I put my mind to, and that I put some work involved to it. You are capable of the same things. It's not like I'm the only one that can buy a ticket. It's just I'm the only one that had the balls to buy the ticket. I'm not the only one that can afford the ticket. There were other people on that plane, but I'm the only one that got the balls from my friends to go and do it all the same. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about doing things the same and getting different results. I don't understand why people are walking directly at me. You know, I mean, you got your dog park, you got wide open spaces, there's no one else around, and this dude's walking directly to me. So I'm just kind of curious, why aren't you at the dog park? Why don't you go away from other humans? I'm kind of curious. I'm walking here, and this dude's this close to me. Why are you getting this close? That's nature. He's lonely. He wanted a friend. He wanted someone to bump into. I'm not a hot chick, so why are you getting close? You know, over here, they're minding their own business. They're filming their dog like everyone else. Dogs on shirt. But this guy, out of the whole thing, came my way. And that's the second dude to do it. And sometimes when I'm recording, it's also the cars. It's like you see me rolling up, and they'll pull the fire trucks were out there, and then the trash truck was over here. And then now, look at this. We got the state park guys taking out the trash. It's like, man, it's weird how energy works. One minute you're by yourself, and the next minute you're surrounded. This is how we do with our energy. Like choosing, you know, what do I want my energy to do? And then now you got this experience that's really nice to create life, your life, not through the lens of someone else, and not competing under fictitious, fake rules. We're lying to ourselves, and we're getting lied to. So many people think, oh man, it's all fixed up, everything's ready to go. They're lying. I've been watching it, how many face jobs Kim Kardashian has had. And you're like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Like, her surgeon is beautiful. Her surgeon skills are beautiful. Good morning. But what real beauty would look like wouldn't need to go under a needle. It wouldn't need to go under a knife. You know, real beauty's from the inside. You really want to know how to win the beauty contest? Win your mind. Win your mind. That's it. You know, you won't have to be affected by what other people think. You won't have to sit there jealously looking at some girl's big fake tits and know that she's not happy inside. If the competition is happiness, they're already losing. And most of us are like, well, if I don't have big tits, then I won't get the guy's attention. No, you'll get the guy's attention, the wrong guy's attention. And that's what happens with fake energy. It only works for the fake people. Now, all the fake people that are, what is the word called? Insecure. Super insecure. They go into the nightclubs and they're buying $10,000 a bottle, and super insecure. Like, you wouldn't normally make those decisions. You wouldn't normally buy one table, rent one table for one night for 10 grand. But all of a sudden, you're in Vegas, you're around your peers. You don't want to look insecure and you don't want to look broke, so you'll buy a 10 grand table just to sit next to Jay-Z. I've seen it with my own eyes. And you're not Jay-Z, and you're not going to get Jay-Z's wealth, and you're not going to even get to hang out with Jay-Z, but just to say you were next to Jay-Z and take the selfie, and you see him sipping his drink, not paying attention to you in the corner. Is that worth 10 G's? Is 10 grand enough for you to, I don't know, education or take a trip of a lifetime? But most women, as I see in Brazil and Thailand, they're getting fake tits. They're getting fake butts. They're having fake lives, and I'm sure that they're hedging their bets on feeling better, and I'm sure that they're hedging their bets on finding a mate. And then what happens is you find somebody that only loves you for how fake you are. Then the tits aren't big enough. Plastic pocket challenge. Then the tits aren't big enough. Then it's the nose. Then it's the neck. Then it's the butt. And then you're never good enough. And that's what we're having this conversation this morning. As a lot of people are treating themselves like they're not good enough. And I have to ask this question. You are enough. Or make this statement. You are enough. You've done enough. You already are enough. And if you want more, be more to yourself. You know, that's it. There's no one else outside. You're not going to be more to a Johnny Depp, Amber Heard case. They've already done the most. You know, like they're already living in this reality. Could you imagine getting everyone you've ever dated involved on a national level and tell them about how you are and all the drugs you've taken and all the mistakes you made and what you're like? Could you handle putting your life under that amount of lens and examination and having multiple people bust out examinations and what's that stuff called? Proof or evidence? And that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the evidence of our lives. It takes sometimes maybe your teacher and they're like, oh damn, that was my 8th grade teacher. She told me about not being emotional that one day I was crying on the wherever you were or wherever it goes, you know? That's what ends up happening. We end up doing shit like that where we are having an emotional reaction from something that happened when we were 10, and instead of processing it within, we process it internally, difficultly, and it comes out of us sideways. There is so much work that needs to be done on this journey of our lives. Our mental health is literally based on our thoughts, and most of us are living off of old thoughts from times that's happened in the past. We go onto the same sauce and we're like, yo, give me a bump of that sadness. Let me go think about my dad. He's dead. And think about my poor cousin. But he starts to cycle. What he's really saying is he misses his daddy, somebody that understands him, somebody that loves him. He's missing his daddy. And what he did, he went and showed me the ashes. That ain't gonna help, homie. If you're still looking at the ashes, you for sure gonna have a bad mood. I'm sure of it. Let's all talk about the time your dog died, your mom died, and someone you love died. That's what kind of mood we're gonna choose. But that's what it is. He missed him so hard, he'll be like, yo, let me see it again, and then I'll get him the missums. You know, like what I used to say, vitamin no, now you're on the missums. I miss him. And in the missums, you got nothing but missing. You're missing out on your chance to live now. If that person was with you, I swear for God, they would slap the shit out you. I swear for God, somebody will come down from heaven and start slapping you in the face and slap you out of your own reality, slap you out of your own mind and tell you to live now, and then vanish back up into thin air. And you're gonna be like, I've been standing here wasting all this time worrying about you, missing you, and you just came down, slapped me across my mouth. And you're like, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Start living. That's what they're telling you. Start living. Their story's over. No more sex. No more food. No more travel. No more awesome. No more feelings of emotions and thoughts. No ma'am, no sir. About feeling their lives the way it felt to feel on their skin ocean spray, or the way it feels when you go for morning walks, or the way it smells when you smell fresh flowers. We disassociate all of that. It's cognitive dissonance. It's all outside of us now. All we can think about is what's not working. You know, our brains are very classified like that. And they were telling about, again, limbic system. And you can learn about your brain too. But certain areas are doing certain things for our brains because they've developed over time this way. They've literally evolved our brains to, 1, survive, 2, procreate, and now happiness. Where's it at though? Usually it's dopamine. It gives you a reward system. It tells you as soon as you have sex, as soon as you eat, you're gonna feel happy. And that's what we do. We go searching for the liquid happy. Where's that liquid dopamine? I need a shot. Not much. Not much. They've actually measured emotions. They've actually asked, how much is it? Is it a drop? Is it a nano drop? Is it a particulate? How many molecules does it count, or hormones, the amount to actually create an emotion? That's how scientific we are right now. We can measure the amount of hormone that fired and where it fired in your brain. That's amazing. That's amazing. We had never in our lives, the whole humanity, have this much training and understanding of our own brains and behavior. And that's what I'm talking about. It's just straight up. The thoughts become the behavior. We got to concentrate more on the thoughts. We're already in our head, only in our thoughts, only in our feelings, but not our thoughts. If we think we're feeling, because they're so close together. It's almost like, it's hard to say. You're going to think that it's your friends. You're going to think that it's the bar. You're going to think that it's the alcohol. It's the combination of it that gives us our reality. That's what we're looking at. Oh man, I love this bar. I love this song. I love this drink. We get in love with certain feelings. I love to feel this way. And you don't want to admit it. Thinking about my mama. Well, you love her. That's what you meant to say. You weren't missing her. You were loving her. And just like my cousin was doing, he was missing his dad, but he was honoring him. There's some kind of, I'm honoring you with my whipping, my self-whipping, my self-harm. Again, that's that Catholic way to give yourself your own whips. And I've been so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so sinful. I have to repent. If you really want to repent, hear me now. Here at Saints Addiction, you really want to repent? Do yourself a favor and change your habits. Choose habits. Choose better habits. That's what we say over here at Saints Addiction. You're going to have to find better ways to get that buzz. We are so stuck on emotions that we don't even know we're addicted to them. We don't even know. It becomes part of our personality. And no one's in control over your TV remote in your head. Only you know what channel you're watching. It's not like if I get on it, the channel of your mind, and I look at your YouTube search history, what would it show me? Probably show me a lot of entertainment, music. It'll probably show me random facts of things that you went to while you were being emotional just to placate yourself, start swiping. And then the binge watching starts happening. And what we subtly do is that we start comforting ourselves. We just start saying, well, at least I'm not unsafe, but I'm not really telling myself to live. And that's why I'm like, you got to get out now. If you can't stop your thumb from moving, if you can't stop from sitting, you have become a park job. You become a statue, and they are making profit off you, and you're not truly alive. That's right, I said it. You became a statue. You became a figure, an idea, a plaque, but not an actual living organism. All the statues that you see in the world were all real people at one time that lived a real life. They didn't just fake their life. They got out and lived a real life, and then because their life was so amazing, they made a statue out of them. We're just being statues. No one made a statue out of us. We're living statues. We just sit there and hold tight and wait for some kind of miracle to happen, like the lottery or something. And then all of a sudden, there we go, we showed up. I've been waiting for this moment. That's what we all say, I've been waiting. Yeah, that's what you've been doing. You've been waiting when I've been screaming, get out now. Move. Like a fire's underneath you, like the house is on fire. Move. Get off your phone, put that bitch down. Sit there long enough that you can feel it. And then your hands will start to shake. You'll get a withdrawal symptom. And part of it, are these Twizzlers? Oh my God. I got Twizzlers picking up trash. How cool is that? They look pretty decent. We can eat them. Fuck it. They're covered in plastic. Time to eat them, right? Yeah. But without knowing, we're knee deep into our routine, and it's killing us slowly. You feel safe, but you're not. It's an illusion. You're slowly killing yourself. I said it yesterday, don't kill yourself, but sitting kills yourself. It allows other harmful hormones to take place in our body and start to eat away at us, right? We can't feel fat. They don't have no nerve cells, right? There's no nerve cells to go, emergency, you're going over 36-inch waist. You're like, now I'm a 40-inch waist. What happened? It was so slow. It was so subtle. I didn't even know I got fat. Said everyone that's ever got fat. How does that happen? Well, it starts with our emotions. If you felt lonely, bam, you're grabbing that phone. So fucking subtle. But now you're on it for 2-3 hours, and it stays because it's giving you dopamine. You're like the rat in the cage. You'll just keep licking the little knob. Give me a little more. Give me a little more. Give me a little more. I'm telling you, give yourself more. Give yourself more. Give yourself more of a life. Give yourself more of a chance. You know, I can keep sitting on my high horse and say it's made all the difference. I got to travel the world. I've got to see things. It has made all the difference that I could tell my body, what's up? You, get up. Guess what? We need you to start saving up so you can get to Machu Picchu. Say what? Yeah, man, you don't even have the money. Well, let me go ask my friend. I don't have any credit cards. Time to borrow from him. It's only like $400. I can buy a ticket back and forth to Machu Picchu on $400. Done. Paid my friend back. Got my own credit cards. Now I'm booking trips everywhere. I started telling my life what to do. That's it. I started telling my life what to do. And even now, as I'm suffering from depression, or I'm letting myself suffer from depression, or I'm suffering from a breakup, I'm not a sufferer, I'm not a victim. I am the one that broke up the relationship. My ex broke up the relationship. I could sit here all day and go, this bitch don't love me, she don't call, she don't write, it never was real. Hurt feelings, and eat a big old vitamin of hurt feelings all day long. Oh shit, get him guys. Oh shit, we're gonna get wet. Woo! Woo! That's living right there. You know, unexpected. You know, we keep in our lives routine because we want to know what's expected. We want to know if that love's going to be real or not. Let's go to a crystal ball and ask her. There are no guarantees. The fact that you even had a chance at love is better to love than to not loved at all. And we always say that, but I'm hurt inside. But at least you're alive. You know, like this kind of behavior, most people don't understand or ever attain. That all they have to do is go inside of their lives and change it for the way that they want it to. Do you want to keep telling other people's stories? Is that what it is? Do you want to actually just watch everybody else live their lives on your phone? Or do you want to actually live? They're showing you that they're gone out there, that they've traveled, that they made babies, that they're at EDC. They're showing you the best part of their lives, and you're watching instead of participating. And the only thing that keeps you on the sideline is yourself. It's not like there's a coach in life that goes, you know what, Saint, we're not going to let you play today. No. I'm going to do exactly what I want with my life. I'm going to do exactly what I have in my heart to do. And it has nothing to do with you. So by the time you do you, that's when you're really doing you. You're not letting you do yourself. You can stop fucking yourself. How many times do you go fuck yourself? I fucked myself so hard for so long. It's boring. I need a partner. I'm sick of self-masturbation. I'm sick of being the only one getting my jollies off. I'm sick of being the only one taking my own selfies. I'm sick of being my sick self. Anyone else? No? Okay. Let's keep staying there. Stay where you are. Die alone. Buy a dog, like Kevin Samuels used to say. Keep staying there. See what it's going to get you. See what not risking life, living life is going to get you. And then I'm going to tell you my favorite quote of all time. You know, not everybody lives. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. And that's the truth of it. We need to get busy living because we are definitely getting busy dying. The time that we spend, if we're eating fast foods and we're sitting too long, we are killing ourselves. It's what it is. And they like it that way. Domino's has a whole algorithm of people that they can guarantee are going to buy a pizza from them because of their habits. They are tracking our phones to track our habits. They know what time you usually get up. They know how long you usually stay on a feed, right? There's the emergency right there, but there's no sirens for this. It's a slow death, you know? It's the death of your time. That's what's happening. We're not seeing that we're slowly dying and that we're slowly losing time, and that's the trick of it all. I saw it today when they said it, but salaries are made for slaves. And they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Yeah, dude, you're a salary slave. You're literally saying, I will give up parts of my life, like a dish, a pizza, and I will serve it to you slice by slice, year by year. And as long as you guarantee me a number, I'll stay here. And it's just like, wow, if that's the kind of motivation you got or need, or if that's what makes you move your needle, you probably need a bigger motivation. And I'm going to do another lap. I can feel it in my heart. I want to be alive. I just feel it, right? So I want to feel good, and I want I need my joints to loosen up. My shoulder is fucking me up, but I'm feeling better. And I made myself feel better. Instead of what everybody just saying that they want better, I actually did better by myself. I can't ask for it if I'm not willing to do the work. You got to stop begging. Beggars can't be choosers, but choosers can ask. Choosers can ask. You can ask what you want from your life. If you choose it, then ask. If you put in some kind of work of choice, not a subtle choice like being on your phone and flicking your life away, but a real choice where you're like, I'm not eating no more sugar. Well, it's so hard. It's paired with our emotions. It's paired with our personalities. We've developed a way about us where, let's keep it real, we can't count on ourselves. And like my friend said, she just had and she was big, 400 pounds. She told me, I can't count on myself. And I was like, wow, then you'll forever be a slave in your own body. While the skinny girls are going down, water slides, you're omitted. And while I'm going for a walk, you're still sitting. And it's unfortunate that we let other people's lives go by as long as we're living, right? As long as I'm happy, it only has to work for me. And I need it to work for everyone. I need our brains to work for us so we can work for society. And it's that simple. Healthy people, when they're healthy, they don't hurt other people. They don't hurt themselves. They find ways to stay entertained with their own hobbies and time while they're on this planet. It's not, yo, you've been watching TV too long, or hey, you're overweight. I'm looking at 2 Americans right now and I can already see they're overweight, and so are their dogs. But are they probably going to repeat the same routine? Are they probably going to look at each other and go, let's stay comfortable, let's comfort each other? And if we're comfortable, then guess what? We are dying. And that's exactly what ends up happening. We end up dying. So, and that's what we get to do. We get a choice to live or to slowly kill ourselves. Someone gave us life. Our parents made love. It's a million to trillion and one thing for a birth to happen. I know I just lost a baby, and it's one of the things that hurt the most. It's easy to say that to myself. I lost a baby. No, I killed the baby. I killed it with my attitude, my lack of fatherly presence, and my lack of self-control. Again, if we have radical self-reliance and radical accountability, you'll see that you can be the person that plays the victim role and blames everybody for your situation, but it also leaves you as a victim, and it leaves you without a solution. So the moment you are accountable is the moment that you admit that you're the one been pressing all the nuclear buttons, and to take your own finger off the hot button or that red button and stop pushing it. Stop pushing the self-destructive button. Start putting the healing button. That's all we're trying to do is heal. When you're masturbating, you're just lonely. You just wanted to feel a little dopamine, a little rush. That's what we're asking ourselves. Big bag challenge. You can ask yourself, what do I really want? And it's like, I just wanted to cuddle with somebody. I really want some oxytocin. I really just need a Netflix and chill. And that's what happened. This whole movement of wanting to get together, but having a hookup culture for each other, where there was no subscription to Netflix. There's no commitment. There's no commitment to build yourself, build your honor, build your resilience. It's a lot to do with it, but how is your resistance? We talked about it before with the athletes, but they're athletes that they can rise up to like 160 beats per minute and then come right back down to 60 beats per minute in less than a minute. Then your ass is fit. Welcome to an animal. That's what animals do. The cat that you just scared off your bed, 5 minutes later is already forgotten. But if you get scared, if someone runs you over or honks their horn or some kind of traffic incident, guess what you do? You bitch. You'll post about it. You'll let it alter your whole day. You will let it happen. Instead of getting out of your mind and just being glad that you're safe and the accident didn't happen, you go on a tirade, and we've seen it. We've seen it time and time again from our friends get on Complaint City, and now we know what kind of person they are. We can smell the anxiety on them. All you do is bitch, moan, and complain. All you do is put it on somebody else and shit. Like, these people just don't know how to drive. You just don't know how to control your temper, you know? Acknowledgement. I'm being real to myself. You know, that's what it is. Happiness is the real success. And if we really want to be happy, we got to stop drilling holes in our canoe. We can't possibly hand hours in the morning on social media, hours at night on Netflix, and wonder why our personal development hasn't grown. We've given that time to other people, to other situations. I'm sure you've done it like me. I've watched the whole Tudor dynasty. I think it was 10 seasons. You know, I've been to England, Tower of London. I've seen them all. Windsor, Tudor. There's a whole bunch of motherfuckers from the whole 1,000 years of monarchies in England. And that shit passed too. I'm like literally looking at this stuff. And it's like we all want to act like kings, but that is past too. You know, our egos are trying to tell us that we're permanent, that we have to put on airs of happiness, that as long as we prove it to somebody else that we're happy, that's what we'll do. We just want to convince others that we're happy instead of convince ourselves and actually be happy and actually generate our own happiness. That's where it's at. That 5-hour happy, man, I'll be a billionaire. You know, they just want some energy. 5-hour energy, he's a billionaire. I'm talking about happiness, real internal happiness. And everybody wants it. And everyone's looking for it. They probably already day drinking on a Saturday. We want that liquid dopamine. We want that external source. We're looking for everyone outside of ourselves to come save ourselves, but we have the flotation devices. We have them on our arms, dude. Like a little kid. You remember the big old puffy things my little sister used to wear when we went swimming? That's what we got. We got floaties. And you know, it's nice to be floating. You know, it's nice to be floating in life and having a chance to be on top of our emotions and on top of our lives. And that's what really people want. You want a successful life? Take control of your mind. You want to be free from mental slavery? Give your mind a chance. And if you really want this kind of life, get out now. Get out of the house. Get up. Get off the chair. Get off the computer. Get off the phone. I'm the only one on here saying that shit. I'd much rather you just not listen to me and start going for walks instead of listening to me while I walk. You can listen and walk with me. Walk and talk, like I always say. Or B, we can all do it together and radically. We can all start saying, hey, you know, I'd much rather be outside, be on a hike, do something with my bad self, and be a badass and turn up my life way loud. Or I can sit here and stay real quiet, stay on my phone, stay hunched over, and watch all the chemicals destroy me from within inside. It's a choice. It's a silent choice. It's almost like the votes in a Senate, you know. They don't really go out and say yay or nay. No, they press a button. They press a button from their office. They're not even in the Senate. They can vote. And that's what you do. You're not even at your table voting. You're somewhere in the back of your mind being escapee 101, almost like a prisoner. You know, I hate to tell people, you know, I love to tell people this. Hold up. I hate to tell you, but I need to love to tell you that I have been infused with a gratitude for life. When I have gone in South Korean prison, thebookanddoor.com, you can read it too. You can go Amazon Kindle and read my book writing exactly what happened to me while I was in South Korean prison. And what really started to happen to me was this idea that I've been wasting my time. I'm just keeping it real with you, but I really had just nothing but a time waster. Like, I'll find ways to find sugar. I'll find ways to binge watch videos. I'll find ways to avoid living my life and being accountable. I just didn't want to be in the driver's seat, even though I thought I was taking the driver's seat, till I did. Till I started driving my own life. You know, not driving myself crazy anymore, but driving my life, and not to a ditch, not over a bridge, but to destinations unknown. To start testing myself out and go, what am I worth? And you're only gonna know when you start challenging your life. If you play it safe, you're going to just keep a safe life. And trust me and believe it's not safe, because there's still natural disasters and there's still change. And then nothing you can do about that. Mother Nature is still the top bitch, and you ain't nothing but a slut. And if head bitch in charge tells you that it's going to be a tornado season, then that's what's going to happen. And ain't nothing, no man, woman, child, or being on this planet can stop Mother Nature. But we want to play it safe. I built the wall. Bro, I just saw the fucking tornadoes come through. Was it Michigan or something? Oh my God. It looked like Hulk went through there, dude. Like cars turned upside down on top of buildings and shit. Like same like Hurricane Katrina. It's just raw. And life is raw. Life is risk. Someone needs to tell people that. Instead of trying to tell them it's calm or stay calm, I want you to stay fired up. I want you to fucking fire up your ass, fire all engines firing, and start living. And I'm dead dog serious about that. If anything else, in the middle of my depression, somewhere inside me reminded me of myself and my spirit, my willpower, that I took charge. That I said I was going to do something and I did it. Remember that guy? Well, that guy was all mice forza. He was just massive amount of force. Now this guy here, this guy's mass intelligence. You know, I don't want to force anything. You know, like I've been forcing things my whole life. This time, no sir, ma'am. This time, I'm going to will it. That's right. Instead of force it, I'm going to will it. I'm going to go inside myself and say, self, guess what, buddy? It's time to challenge yourself again. It's time to get that willpower dusted off and tell your brain to tell your body what to do. And here's how we're going to do it. First and foremost, we're going to stop wishing. We're going to start working. Let's get down that pen and paper. Second of all, we need to start journaling. That way it's not all up in our head. It starts hitting the paper and leaves us. You know, we got to have that opportunity to let it leave our brains and give ourselves a chance to heal. Third of all, you're going to have to pick a new pattern. And isn't that exciting? Just like picking your Christmas present. You get to pick a new pattern and say, hey, you know, I want We Club to be on my shirt. I want to wear a new shirt today. I want to design. I want to have people smoke together and come together and spend time together all over cannabis. And here it is. We Club, a thought realized. And that's when I started showing myself. I forget easily, just like you forget, you know. Times go by and, you know, you just don't remember, you know, the last time you probably put some energy towards something. But people have been motivated, usually behind fear, you know, like, oh my God, I won't get a husband. I can hear all these trucks. I'm trying to get away from people, you know. I want to get a husband. I want to live freely. I want to be, or not live freely, but I want to attract this kind of person in my life, right? Let's set the trap. Well, bitch better lose 15 pounds or she's not going to be loved. That's not a proper, healthy wish. That's not how the work is done, you know? It doesn't start with fear. I'm telling you now. It doesn't start with fear. Had my nose running. It doesn't start with fear. It starts with energy. It starts with you telling yourself what you want to do with your life. And that's what ends up happening. I'm just surrounded by people walking towards me today. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna pick my own destination away from motherfuckers. I don't see other humans and see that they want some privacy and they're talking to their phone and just need a minute. I got motherfuckers trying to climb up in the energy. Go get your own energy. Go get your own show. Boldly go and do something. Start your own club. Start your own logo. Be about that shit. Start creating this life that you keep telling everybody about. This idea that you are what you say you're going to be. And instead of is what it is or I am what happened to me. No, you are what happened to it. You are what happened to life. Again, it's not push-ups. Chuck Norris is pushing the world down. Are you doing push-ups? Or are you pushing them away? Are you pushing away your old cycle? Are you saying, I'm not that person no more? Allow me to reintroduce myself to myself and say, this is the guy that did the Weed Club. This is the guy that did the Summer Weed Festival. This is the guy that did the Weed for Vegas magazine. This is a guy that started on a regular basis with no money and still seems to make it work. No matter what the tragedy is in my life, I just kept going for it. And no matter how scared I was willing to die trying. And that's what I said, get rich or die trying. Like, I don't want to get rich. Get happy. Get inside your life and get happy. That you are happy when you wake up. That you're okay with the way your life turned out. And if your overthinking mind starts bumming you out and starts telling you the reasons why not, you need to start telling your brain the reasons why too. Why to get up right now, just so you can show yourself that you're in control. I think that's the biggest aha moment of everybody's life, is saying, holy shit, I've been making these decisions. Holy shit, I chose this lifestyle. I sit around and I think this is the only level that I deserve. This wife, these kids, this house, right? You've made it. You've made your life the way you've wanted it to. And now you get to say, holy shit, I'm accountable for that. I'm accountable for the way my life turned out. I'm accountable for the way that... Ooh, that's nice. Yes, thank you, Bird. That's what he's screaming at us. He said, you are accountable. And you're going to be responsible from here on out to live a life blessed to unlimited amount of abundance and limitless lifestyle and limitless thoughts and dreams, so that way you can be whatever you wish to be in life. And that's what I'm giving people the power these mornings, or I'm not giving them, they're giving the power to themselves. Like, I'm just the person that figured it out. I was like, oh shit, you're right. That's the truth about Saints Addiction. I was putting energy into my addictions, and I was wondering while I was getting mixed results. I'm like, why are my addictions habitually hurting me? It's because I'm habitual. It's habit. It's compulsory. I'm like, how successful are you going to be if all you keep doing is snorting coke? I mean, like, literally, let's ask these questions. How successful are you going to be if all you keep doing is sitting there and binge watching YouTube videos? It's not going to work. Again, it's applied knowledge. And you can apply fake titties to your chest, but it doesn't going to apply happiness to your life. And people don't get that. They still want to put it on external sources. They still want to put it on a pill, or as long as I take certain medicines, or as long as I make a certain amount of money. Go ask them. Go ask the salary slaves. Ask them if they're incrementally happier. Like, even if they got a 10% or 20% raise, would they be any happier? And the truth is, it's not. It's not about accumulation. We're under the belief that it's going to be an external thing. It's never enough money. Like, fuck, dude, we're the richest country in the world. What, $24 trillion? And we still got homeless people. We can cut a check for 30 billion, 40 billion. Here you go, multiple billions, 100 billion. Here you go, Mr. Ukraine. Wait, what's up with Philadelphia? Wait, what's up with downtown LA? Not my concern, not my money. And you're just like, man, come on, bro. You fucking pulled out $8 trillion in the economy, and all you did was hook up everybody $1,400, and you left us with inflation. Like, how is that possible? How do you and your cronies keep getting paid and laid, and everybody else is sitting in the dust acting like what? That's the conversation I want to have. The conversation with ourselves. That's a pocket challenge. I can't be the only one that knows how to pick up trash in life. Oh, my hair's acting up. But that's what we do. I miss my entrance. That's what we do. We want to put it on somebody else. We want to leave it outside of ourselves when all we have to do is get out now. Get out of the house. Get out of your mind. Get out of the habit. Get out now. It's supposed to happen. All of you, move, boy. Move. Move hard. Move fast. Move quick. Move, boy, move. Because every second that you hold and let the habit take longer is the longer that you're addicted. And it needs to be said. Nobody wants to talk about it. Well, let's be about it, shall we? Time to smoke this blunt. It's almost been an hour on the phone. Whew. Let me give me some water. I'm dying out there. I'm gonna roll this bleezy maneezy. Actually, I need to throw this trash away. And then I'm gonna eat. But first, let's wash our hands, because we were all over the jungle gym. You already know what time it is. All All right, 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get into it, shall we? Join We Club. Whoop, whoop. New shirt, new life, new limits. Let's go. 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 Welcome to my panic room. Okay, so I want people to call in. That's what we're gonna do. We got 2 minutes to do it, or 5 minutes to do it. I want people call in and tell me about times that they've taken action, or they just says, "I'm not fucking sitting here no longer. I'm gonna go do something." People don't go out there; it's unsafe. And you're like, "I gotta live." You know, I gotta threaten life with my existence. I need to exist more. Let them know what time it is. You know what time it is? The time is now. On everything. Took my money, take my heart away from money. I ain't interested in pain. And I bet that never changed. Ambition is priceless. You know, that priceless ability that you are self-motivating, that you don't require pain, that you don't require manipulation. You don't have to convince yourself no further. You know what you're capable of. You know how powerful you can be, and you know how powerful you can make your thoughts. And that's why we're having this conversation this morning. Powerful thoughts. Powerful beyond all measure, beyond anything anyone's ever seen. We are that powerful. And it's one of my favorite sayings, but it needs to be said. I don't know if you ever read Think and Grow Rich. It's a great way to end this hour here on this show. But if you get a chance for Think and Grow Rich, one of the things that Dale Carnegie said to the guy, and I absolutely love, is he said, "Behold, I present to you a power unlike anything else in the whole entire universe." And that's what he said. He said, "I present to you the power of self-empowerment." And I'm probably not quoting the book correctly. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, We Club, we up in here. We got some purple flowers over here, player, purple flowers, but 2 more minutes. We're going to get going. I start this show on Instagram, Beards on Shirts, Weed on Shirts. One lucky caller, call in and have a conversation about life and what they have come to believe. Not what they believe now, but what they have come to believe. And that's what we're going to have this conversation about this morning is, what have you come to believe in your life? Where you're just like, whoa, I didn't know, but now that I know, I can't unknow. How many people do you know that have gone to some sort of level of enlightenment and they can't go back? I'm not talking about crystals and hippies. I'm talking about people that, you know, they went through some real shit. You know, they went through some real shit and they showed you how they went through it. That's the question of the hour. Twizzlers, baby. We got action. All right, so we got drinks, we got action. If you can hear me now, it's nice and loud. We're gonna roll a blunt. I need a Mike Tyson rap, and we're gonna get this started, shall we? Let's go. As they say, let's go. I'm gonna get it. Let's go. Yes, blessed. Plugged in. No bullshit. Perfect. Nicely done. Put this drink here, and let's get the morning motivation going. Yeah. Let's go. All right. There we go. Oh, go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little flyover right now. It's perfect timing. If you get a chance, get on Saints Addiction. We're gonna get into it, shall we? Let's go live. Right on time. Thank you, Mr. Energy. Thank you, Mr. Universe. And we are about to get it. How we live. I want them dead presidents. I want to pull up, head spin, get it, fly. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. Anytime. Anytime. Yes. Blessed. Yes, blessed. Here we go. Boom, baby. Boom. Rise and shine. You're light into this world. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the Moses Marquis Saint, and every morning I get up, I'm blessed to be alive, and this morning's no different. We got the new Weed Club shirt on, $20. You know, it comes with, you know, when you get your Weed Club card, showing that off. We are live right now here on the show. Get your Weed Club card, and when you put your $42 and you pay your dues, your yearly dues, your $42, you'll get your weed swag bag, which I'll actually go grab one right now, and your weed shirt, or your Weed Club shirt. So Weed On shirts right here. It's the new shirt. I'm excited. Boom, 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 baby, boom. Like that kind of energy. That's what I'm talking about. So I need a rap. We're going to get to start rapping. Already been on live for an hour now, doing the morning workout. Having that conversation, man. Having that conversation. This morning's message is to get out now. People are like, what are you talking about? I need you to get up, get going, and just go. And we were going like, where am I going? And that's when they start coming up with ways of not making their lives work. They question their lives instead of actioning their lives, and they need everything to be perfect before they can live. And that's not how life works. And we're going to talk about that this morning. What else was I getting? Got my show. Oh, got a wild hair coming out my face. I can see it. Weed swag bags. Hold tight. Tight. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Put some of that here. Put some of that here. You know. Show people what time it is. You know, weed swag bags. You know, another idea I motivated myself into doing. You know, and sometimes it bees like that. Can we motivate ourselves? And that's this question of this morning is, how do we get ourselves to move ourselves? How do we move the chains? MTC, move the chains in our lives, and in places that are seeming insurmountable or far away or never possible. We need to get closer to those things. That's the things I'm talking about. In general, in life, what do you think you can't do? And I'll show you who can do it. And here's what I've been reading, right? The guy's in the Navy SEAL, and guess what ends up happening? Navy SEAL, oh shit, just dropped that. Navy SEAL goes in, and if they are around, if anybody hears it, right? If you say the word can't, they are up your ass like my dad, bro. Oh my God, you don't want to do 20 burpees in the muck because one of the fellow soldiers said the word can't. And it's such a huge disability. Just say not right now. That's it. You know, I mean, I would love to say right now and really take some action and get yourself motivated, but not say can't anymore. You know, I can't do something. That's quitter talk, you know, and that's why everybody else has to do the push-ups, because what you're really saying is that you won't. It's not that it's a can't, it's a decision that you won't. You won't do what you say you're going to do. You won't, you know, do your shout outs every morning with the Mike Tyson blunt wraps, and that I've had these before from my friends at Futurola, and that's, you know, not hemp. I mean, it's not tobacco and it's not nicotine, and that it's exactly all organic. I love that about it. So here we go. Your boy Saint, I don't know if it's all organic, but it's terpene infused. I know that much. The other ones. Anyway, my point is that choice right there. My choice to give that a shout out, my choice to roll a blunt, and my choice to live. And then my choice to eat this Twizzler too, because I found it. And this is my reward for finding it. I pair sugar as a reward, by the way. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it's your boy, Marky Saint, keeping it real on the field, all right? So, all right. Is your mind all right? Are you talking to yourself all right? That's the question of the day. Will it be all right? Well, you can make it all right. You can make your life all right now. Just by being grateful. Just by being grateful. And I think that's the most amazing thing in life, is the ability to appreciate that you are alive. And instead of building a tribute to your problems like most of us do, right? We'll have a whole, what is it called? Shrine of bills. Instead of getting them out of sight of mind, you know you still got to pay them. We'll make a tribute to our bills. And we don't have to. We can make a life. We can make our life a tribute to our lives. That's what I prefer. I prefer people to start making their life a tribute, you know? I got people that that's all they do is live for their kids to make memories. They're not even worried about themselves. They only just want their kids to be happy, have a birthday party or entertainment or something better than their lives. Pretty selfless, but it's also a selfish thing where you don't just want the one person to have this life. What about you? Why aren't you the person to get the life? You know? Why aren't you the person that to get the journey or the experience or the vacation or, you know, to open your own eyes? And that's what ends up happening with our lives. We end up opening our own eyes. And instead of living life with a disguise, always putting on that happy face, and everybody else think or pretend that their lives are amazing, that they're just perfect and nothing's wrong, not a hair out of place. Or you can say, I developed this life. I built this castle with the rocks thrown at me. It wasn't just like I walked up to the castle and the castle was made. No, ma'am, no, sir. I had to put in some work. And the moment that you work is the moment that you earn. You earn your new life. It's not given to you. You've earned it. Earned, not given. Earned over given, like we keep talking about, you know. You want to earn your life. And the only way to do it is by testing it. A lot of people want it just to be smooth. Flawless victory. I'll take the guy that's still standing after failure, after loss. That's what I want. You know, don't give me any super duper winners that never seen a bad day. The first time that they get failure, they're going to fold like a lawn chair. And I've seen that action many a times, the folding lawn chair. I've been the folding lawn chair. I've fallen under pressure like a lawn chair. You know what I'm talking about? Folded under life's turmoil, life pressure. And that's what we want to do now. We want to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And that's what we want to talk about, is holding ourselves accountable, holding our lives in a different light, not dropping weed on the ground. You already know. Thank you, Mr. Carr. You know? Oh, man. Know when to fold them. Knowing ourselves enough to know when we are pasting our lives away, or when we are scrolling our lives away, or when we're not living to our full potential. And that's when you can't go backwards. When that happens, no longer are we moved by external sources. Now we're moved by our passion to live, to see the next day and what it'll bring. Because it's not average. No longer are you doing the same shit. And once you challenge your life, now you're going to wake up to different shit. You're going to wake up to your new life and go, oh shit, what are we going to do today? What's going to be new about today? And that's the question of our lives. What can we make new and exciting and adventurous instead of dull and boring and predictable? That's what I want to know. When's it going to be your chance to travel again? When are you going to get your passport? When are you going to go on an adventure? When are you going to listen to your best friend to go to Brazil so you can be in the Amazon and stop paying your bills, so you can be with a new girl and a chance at love and your future wife, probably? If I told you that, most men would be like, yes, go, blah, 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 book the tickets. Only because you're looking for a guarantee. I'm giving no guarantees. I'm guaranteeing you that you won't make it, you won't meet anybody, but you'll get to live. What would you do then? Would you follow in my best friend's footsteps? Would you pack up everything and put it in storage so you get a chance to live away from your shit? I'm curious. We got to ask these questions from ourselves. Like, you would only do it if you're guaranteed something, and that's called money motivated. I don't need any money to live my life. There's no amount of money you can wave in front of me to get me to do things I don't want to do. There's a lot of people will you stand outside at EDC for $15 an hour and look at wristbands? Some people will. Me, I can't do that. I need to be inside. But am I willing to spend $1,000 to be inside? No, sir, no, ma'am. I'm willing to spend $1,000 with my vendor booth so I can be VIP. And that's the difference between you and me, or the people that think like me and the people that don't think like me. That's what ends up happening. We end up purchasing our feelings. We start purchasing our happiness instead of actually living it and being happy and enjoying our lives. What do we end up doing? Destroying our lives, comparing our lives, not loving our lives, not liking them, not living them with love, not giving them love. That's what we end up doing. We rip the wings off the phoenix and we turn it to stone. And unfortunately, Tyson's in the Weed Club too. But unfortunately, even when you do make it to the top, there's real out there for everyone. MM Martian, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming in the show. This morning we were talking about get out now. Get out of your mind. Get out of those thoughts. Get out of the house. Get out of the chair. Get out now. There is too much information out there and too much enjoyment and too much adventure for us to sit still and hold our lives, putting them on hold. I hate being put on hold, like on a phone call. But for some reason, people don't mind doing that in their lives. And that's so scary that we'll just watch the most important things go by us like a river. That's our river of life. The river's going by. That time's never coming back. You can't reach down the river and bring that particular water back. It's gone. And it's so fascinating how we obsess like at the river, like it's still the same memory, like it's still the same emotion. We obsess about it. We make sure that it has a position in our lives, these feelings, this issue, and then we marry it. Even though the water took off a long time ago, it was years ago, decades ago, we'll marry our emotions. My dad died, man. Let me bust that out again. Not being insensitive, but man, your dad died like 10 years ago, bruh. And it's obvious to me that you have no closure because all you tend to do is act out. Act out by drinking. Act out by calling a fool. You can call your mama. You can call your mama and chew her out instead of enjoying your mom and say, you pawned my daddy's ring. Your daddy's ring isn't coming back from the pawn shop. The ring isn't going to bring your daddy back from the dead. And it doesn't help anything. You're not being helpful. Your mom is probably still going through the same thing. Bless up to her soul too. Shout out to the people that also have to survive the death of a loved one. And we act so weird. Part of life. This is why this needs to be said. Because eventually someone's going to lose something. A person that's important to them. This is part of the cycle of life. That's what I was saying the other day, where it says, why does everybody hate me? When death says, why does everybody hate me and love you when you're the birth? And it says, because I am the beautiful lie, and you're the real truth. The real truth is that we're going to die. Thank you, Mr. Energy. Thank you, Mr. Energy. Tell him the truth. While you're fucking smashing on that gas, this is the last of that gas. That gas is never coming back. It's never going back into the pipe. You've just thrown it up into the universe and minus your miles per gallon. We do that to ourselves. We rev ourselves up and wonder why we have no supplies. What happened to my gas tank? What happened to my gas levels? And now you're all pissed off sitting there, but I'm going to post my... You're not at war. You haven't had to see a bomb hit a whole apartment building and kill everyone that you know. All your neighbors that you've been waving at for the last 20 years, it's all a lie now. That time's down the river. That's an old time. The new time is now. There's a war now. And you're just like, what the fuck are we doing in the 21st century? We live in our own worlds? No, that's in Ukraine. It's on my news feed. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't come home. I don't let many things hit home. And that's why I say you got to get out. You got to get out into the world and go see something else and see other people survive and see other things happen and make other things happen. That's what you got to do. Give yourself a chance to fight back in life. Fight back against the negative thoughts. Fight back against your habits. Fight back against your ability to sit and do the same motherfucking thing day by day. And that's when I started challenging folks. I was like, if you can really take control of your life, if you can start mixing it up and not do the same thing over and over again, you're winning. You're winning. And there's so many people that are just stuck in the same thing. And that they're stuck. They're not winning. They don't want to tell you that, but that's what it is. How many people in corporations are wanting to jump from their window away from their cubicle? I thought it was worth your salary. I mean, your slavery. There's nothing worth your freedom. I've been in prison. There's nothing worth my freedom. You couldn't hand me $1 million and tell me, Saint, go back in South Korean prison. And this time you're guaranteed $1 million. I wasn't even guaranteed my freedom. Bless up to being here free right now. I'm going to let that really sink in because I really do. But man, they would have kept me in there for 5 years. It was bad enough they kept me for 6 months. And it's so important that I can open a door whenever I want to, leave whenever I want to. And now I encourage myself to do things. I used it as a weapon. I weaponized myself. I said, okay, motherfuckers, you're going to keep me in a prison, a little 4x6 cell for 5 years. Let me show you and show myself what I can do when I'm not just using my time up. When I'm not just watching time go by. That I'm going to be like this for the next 5 years. I'm going to do extraordinary things. Because otherwise I would have been just sitting. That's how encouraged it is. I mean, you really want to hear people? Go listen to prisoners. Get yourself a tour. They'll tell you to start living your life. They'll tell you to start saving now and having money for an attorney and that they should have grabbed their girl and gone out and done things. What's up, Gibby? Too. Thanks for joining in the show today. We're already an hour into the live here on the YouTube channel on Saints Addiction. But if Mr. Martian wants to jump in, or anybody wants to jump into the show, let me know you want to go live just by saying I'll go live, and I'll invite you in, and you can tell me about times that you motivated yourself and you took action in your life. There's so many people that just take it for granted. I'm telling you now, that's the best part about having the conversation with the prisoner. This was what we probably should have. Like a taxi confessional. We have conversation with prisoners. And that's what needs to happen, is having, instead of ignoring our incarceration rate, is there's a notice there. That's how important it is to live. Now, danger is there. No, it's important to live. Because any moment you could be put on pause. You could be put in the hospital on pause. You could be put on prison on pause. You could, health is wealth. Everybody's got grandiose plans till their health gets checked, till they get chin checked, and then they're like, holy shit, life swings hard. Man, that bitch know how to hit. And anybody that's ever been hit by life, please comment below. And I'd really like to know what Mack truck got stopped by you and your willpower. What lemony snickets of events came slamming into your life and you just watched it like Neo, like bullets flying around your feet, just dropping like flies, and you're just like, oh, that was sent to kill me? That's what you sent to kill me, life? Well, this is what I'm going to do. Let me tell you, listen here, motherfucker. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live so off the chain, it's gonna rip out your frame. You're gonna be like, how was that even possible? How did he get off his mama's couch and did a summer weed festival? How did he get out of depression after losing a baby and a lover? How did he get on to around the world with no money? How is that possible? So no excuses. My best friend's doing it right now. Hear me now. Hear me now. Hear me now. He was literally living in his apartment for 3 years straight. No girlfriend. Just the coffee machine. Getting up every morning. Sedentary. Comfortable. Bills paid. Shitty apartment. Shitty part of Las Vegas. Thank you, universe. Thank you for that energy boost. And that's what he started to do. He started to live. I talked him into getting his passport. Then I talked him into going into Brazil. Then I left his ass in Brazil. Then he met another girl, little Polish girl, 25 years old, and now they are hitchhiking their way through the Amazon with no money. But they're together and they're alive. I mean, who would pay for that? How many of you would say, I want the Jumanji trip. I want to live my life now. I want to see hippopotamuses. I want to see crocodiles. I want to see piranha. I want to eat weird food. I want to see sunrises. I want to be on the beach. I want to stand on top of fresh white sand dunes and fresh water below. You can. You can right now. You can choose your life right now. You can choose it to be any way you wish it to be. And that's why it's so important that I talk to people in the mornings and get this morning marijuana motivation correctly. Is this an ability? Like, whoa, there's an ability for us to keep learning, plenty of audiobooks to keep listening, and plenty of destinations to keep going, and plenty of excuses to keep dropping. Drop the excuses. Grab the action. Get on the bull. You're like, but I don't have a helmet. Even better. Do a backflip off an elephant into a pool. You'll live better. You'll live longer. Trust me, I've done it. It's something I gotta be there. It's like if I'm ever really, really down, which sometimes happens again. And it's so weird. Like I said yesterday, it doesn't feel the same. But some of the things, if we're going to talk about memories, the ones that bum you out, what about the ones that make you smile? Backflipping off of an elephant was such a sensation. It's something might as well backflip off this third floor balcony. It's just unimaginable. Unimaginable. So from that height and into the water and to be safe and make it, and this is a living creature and it's letting me, and we're swimming together, and the water's rising up because it's so big, and then when it gets out the water went down a foot. Like we were in a lagoon with an elephant on an elephant trek in Thailand, and I backflipped off that bitch. Get out now. Get out now. You can figure it out. You can get there. There's a place called Overstay. It used to be a pretty cool hotel out there, but plenty of us tourists out there have gotten out, ran out of money, still got a place to stay. There's always something to do. There's always something for us as people and places for us to go, especially in our minds and in this world. And that's what's important. That's what's important in this life, is for us to get that healing. You know, everybody else is looking for it desperately, and we keep going back to our phones like it's gonna hold our hand. You can't hold your phone's hand, dude. You know, it's not gonna hold your hand back. It's not gonna tell you secrets or dirty, naughty jokes or make you laugh or bring you coffee in the morning or rub your back when it's scratching. That's what we want, but we'll omit it for meta. We'll go to this other world, our own world, and stay there. Stay comfortable. Keep patterns. What do you want to do? Buy something else. Let me go buy an experience. I'm going to go get more money, even though it doesn't make me more happier, to spend it all at another event so I can keep on the cycle and nothing's making me that much happier. But I'm scared to get off the treadmill. I'm scared to actually live. I'm scared to sell my shit. I'm scared to see what I'm like without money. I'm scared to see what I'm like without my title or my position. I'm scared to see what would happen to me if I lose my position in life. The Buddhists are familiar with it. They talk about it all the time. Like you'll lose your job, you'll lose a loved one, and you'll also lose your reputation. In life, if you were to live a full life, this will happen. You'll go from really popular, and that's what most people want to do. They just want to fantasize in that world, just stay in the I just want to stay in the really popular zone. Are you going to risk being really unpopular to be really popular? How many people are famous for unpopular things? So many people just want the attention. They don't care what it costs. Their soul, their pride, their health. You know, you can't cash me in like that. I don't give a fuck what the slavery salary is. You can't buy my best friend's time right now. You can't be him waking up in hammocks to a beautiful girl and kissing her and holding her hand while the beautiful birds go by and you take photos of her and birds and water and live, and all of a sudden you're not by your fucking coffee machine, you're by the Amazon River, and you don't have any bills and you don't have any possessions. It's so amazing. It's the ultimate hack, dude. But I tell people you need to see what you're like without things, you know, without a roof over your head. You're like, Sato, put me outside. And I'm like, it's the only way you're going to appreciate it. Not just camping outside, but I mean, like, without a roof over your head. You've been taking it for granted, haven't you? How about missing a meal? You haven't missed a meal in a while, have you? Have you ever gone like a day? I dare you to fast. You'll make it. Give yourself 1 or 2 days. You'll make it. It's good to fast. It's actually really healthy to fast. I dare you to. I did 7 days with the cleanse diet. You can do that one too if you want some lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and salt. That'll clean you out right in the morning. That big thing of warm salt water will fucking make you shit your pants. You have to be near a toilet. Do not fuck around. Do not pass go. Do not shit your pants. Amber Turd. I heard that one too. You want to be popular like Johnny Depp. You want to be the pretty man, world's sexiest man. Till you're not. Till you're old and you're fighting your ex for your reputation. This woman used to love me. How's that possible? How is it that people that you've chosen to get close to you, things you've taken a chance, come back to hurt you? Are you still going to try? Or are you going to stay single forever because it's not safe out there? You're not much of a fisherman, are you? And that's the thing of it. We're going to fish in these waters. We're going to fish in these waters called life. And not every day is going to have a sunny day. There are going to be rainy days. There's going to be trial and tribulation days. There's going to be days that are going to rock your fucking boat. Get out now. Book the ticket. Take the flight. Leave your mind. You could sit here and actually leave your mind. I could just put both foot down, put the blunt down, and just sit still enough to separate my thoughts that I don't hear the motorcycles or the engines revving or the ambulance or the chirps. I don't hear any of it. What I am listening to is myself running to a different thought, running to a different emotion, always running. We create patterns for ourselves, a rhythm, a heartbeat, if you will, for what way we think our life should be. That's the truth of it. and we're okay with it. We've actually gathered people around us that are okay with it. They wake up around the same time. They're in the coffee too. They like the slow jazz. And you know what? You want to go to the park with me? I do. And that's our pattern. We are the top 5 people that we hang around with. Are you brave enough to risk changing that? Changing up the people you kick it with? Oh, Mark, now you're telling me to break up with my friends. That's not loyalty. Like, again, you want to appreciate something like a roof over your head, take it away from someone. If you want to enjoy the fruits of other people and see what perspectives they bring, get some new sets of friends. Not for nothing, but friends change. They start having kids and they have other priorities and you won't ever see them again. That's a part of change. I'm pretty sure you're not still hanging out with the same high school people. So why is it so hard for people to make a new set of friends? Someone else to hang out with, a new place to go. Oh, Jimmy's throwing this concert. Oh, Mark Sate's throwing this festival. Let's go check it out. Let's go do something. That's what I'm most proud of. My buddy Cam, shout out to Cam, but we'll have to find an excuse to live again. And it takes whatever it takes. He hasn't performed in 4 years. Years went by. Kind of like Hamilton, just years. In the same apartment. Could have been on adventure the whole time. We can treat our lives adventurously now. And that's exactly what I'm going to choose on this Saturday. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm just going to go. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to distract my little mind instead of sitting there compulsively flicking, tapping, gambling, whatever else you want to call that shit. Like, how can you sit there and smoke cigarettes and gamble all day? That's how. Okay. Here's my new habit. Stop gambling. Get up from the bar. Go for a walk. And just walk away from the machine. Nick Nax. What's up, man? Thank you for watching. I triple dog dare you to give yourself empowerment. It's something that my great aunt was saying, but legitly, you can get it. Do you want to call in? Let me get another caller. You know what you're sharing? Let's see what you're sharing. Go live with Nick Nax. You're live on 95. Peace, my brother. See what you can share with us today of times that you've literally you declined. You asked and then you declined. You're so funny. Blessings. Peace to you too, dude. But it's hard, to go live and get exposed if your ego's there. Not to say that's just you, but we have to protect our ego so much as we're learning. If there was ever a difficulty, usually in your life, usually it was your ego. And I saw that today. It was a post with like one of those little nice painted circles. And that's so true. My ego screwed me over so many times. It's Whatnots from Periscope. Nick Nax Whatnots. Got you. Thank you for watching. More Periscope, fam. That's so crazy. See, we're still talking about it to this day. You just don't know till you start something. Kind of like this show. I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to meet people on Periscope. I didn't know I was going to get on Good Morning America smoking weed. Like, who the fuck does that? With my shirt off on this patio. It's amazing. Like, it's fucking, I don't know, 1,000 apartments here. They could have picked anybody. I'm not trying to say I'm special. I'm trying to say it started to shine on me. And there was a light that was saying, people need this. Everybody I ever talked to has said, keep doing the morning marijuana motivation. Keep doing it. And I think I'll be just walking down the street again. It was like this last First Friday is about to be another First Friday. But on this last First Friday, about 3 weeks ago, the homie was on the song. Morning marijuana motivation. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, he creeped up on me and whispered it to me and everything. It's like, that's what our lives are doing to us. They're whispering to us. They're saying, pay attention. You're alive. You're alive now. Get out now. Put a fire under your ass. If it was a fire right now, it would inconvenience your show. It didn't matter what show it was. And you'd be like, but Mark, wait, I want to be at the Super Bowl. I'm like, it doesn't matter what show. it wouldn't matter a fucking little tiddly bit. The only thing you got is your life. You start seeing it now, yesterday, today, even like tornadoes just throwing a fucking whole car into a building. Like the Hulk, dude. Like, you want to see real fucking Michael Bay films? Dude, it threw this whole fucking thing into a side of a building, and you're just like, everybody. Fuck car insurance. Like, I'm glad to be alive. There's not enough life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they're whispers. Thank you, energy. Thank you, energy. I'm telling you, got to keep doing what inspires you. Yes, blessed. Yes, blessed. Bless up to that. That's Saints brand. Halo on. I don't know if you've gotten it, but definitely get over there. Saints brand's moving. We got so much action, so many blessings, organized movement. Shout out to my homies, Organized Movements. It's my boy Mo. Mo's always motivated. I'm very inspired by this young man. He is like reads and walks and just no excuses, up early. I mean, I'm proud of him. And what's really cool is to see him take it to the next level. You know, take a small machine that I have, turn it into a bigger machine, turn it into an embroidery machine, turn it into a sticker machine, turn it into a dream. I want more dreamers around me. You are the sum of 5 people you hang out with. Who do you want it to be like? I told them today, oh yeah, LA. What's up? It's LACDN Mastery. Locked in Mastery. What up? I hope I said that right. I'm fucking lit. But I love that when people can master their. First of all, we're talking about mastering emotions this week. That's a great book. If anybody gets a chance, there's no audiobook to it. And then the other one's Fuck Your Feelings. And literally, that one's awesome. That one's about 9 hours of audiobook. That's for free. And just get in on that one. Get in on some of this. Dr. Joe Forenza? I don't know. But that dude's been blowing my motherfucking mind too. And I just share the information, you know? More than share, because it's reach, preach, and teach on Saints Addiction. We're talking about using the information, actually applied information, where I really started to track my mind and sit there and watched it run. Oh, I forgot to do that. And you should go over there. And oh. And I stopped all the ohs, right? And I'm like, nothing. You're going to do none of that. You're stop. Nope. Quiet. And the whole audience, there was no audience. It was like a bunch of velvet black seats, almost like empty space. But I was a part of the space. Hey man, what's up? So, you know, we say hi around here with the GH, H-I-G-H. And the emptiness of my mind became this, I'll teach you, an auditorium. Big auditoriums. It's kind of like I could see it, but no one was there, and it was all blacked out. And for the first time, I had a good conversation with myself. There's no Jerry Curl again. I had a good conversation with myself, with just my mind and not my ego and not who I was trying to talk to or what was going to do next. I was sitting there long enough, tears came to my eyes, and I could deep compartmentalize and kind of talk to things. And no, we're not going to do that one. And we're not going to do that one. And for the first time, be able to do that without them rushing and just taking impulses. And I think I was going to do something like that too, because it was definitely impulse control issue, you know, and I admit it, you know, it's like anything. You might overtalk someone or interrupt, or people that gamble have impulse control, sexual addiction. You already know what time it is. If anybody's got any sort of addiction, they have impulse control. They literally can't control their compulsive behavior. And we all have compulsions. If you don't believe me, try doing something different today that you didn't do yesterday, and then try to change something tomorrow too. Watch how stuck you'll get with yourself, and you're like, how the fuck why am I always in the fridge like this, getting the same shit? Ever wanted to leave your avatar? Seriously. Ever wanted to just, not like you're fucking gonna really pull a fucking, I'm just running, Forrest Gump it. Not that kind of shit. I'm talking about, have you ever broken a cycle of anything? In LA, I can let you call in too. The other guy denied it, but if you have anything that you've ever taken control of in your life, that's what we've been already over an hour 40 minutes here on YouTube Live. We do it in the morning, reach, preach, and teach, get out the, Periscope with a purpose, get out the message. And today's message was get out now. While you still can, while you still can tell your mind to tell your body what to do. And also stop it, your mind, from the overthinking and the self whippings and I don't even know how to say that. That's self-abuse, man. That's that self-abuse. And to stop abusing ourselves and stop the infighting inside of ourselves. Wesley Mendez, what's up? Savi, what's up, bro? This is life, and everyone's going to take a bit of loss, but we got to be a boss with our loss. We can't just let it beat ourselves up over it. We got to learn from it and use it and gain power and knowledge, but not emotional baggage with it, and keep carrying it with us. We can carry the knowledge, right? It's almost like the USB port, but we don't have to carry the bricks, man. And that's something that was so tremendous for me. They're like, oh man, I'm choosing these bricks. I don't know if you've been watching, but the Buddhists say there's two arrows. The first one's pain. That's life. That's loss. You're going to lose your parents. That's life. That's cyclical. The second one's suffering, and that's optional. That we would just keep it in our heart and kind of keep digging it. And I know everyone knows what I'm talking about, because each one of us has got something that we're embarrassed about, or shame, guilt, pain. And for some reason, most people choose pain as their way to teach themselves. You don't have to be taught by pain anymore. You can be taught by action. I just don't know why we always choose the cattle prod, but goddamn, like, it almost takes a cattle prod to get anybody going. Like I said, your house is on fire and you don't even run. I'm saying get out now. I'm screaming, train, and nobody's moving. They're just fucking sitting there waiting for something to happen. And it's like, dude, if you can take action over your mind. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. You have something you want to jump in on? When you've taken control over your mind and watched it take action and do something, instead of the compulsion taking over, and now you're just on an emotional train wreck. How many people can admit, comment below, to being an emotional train wreck, to blowing it, losing your shit and blowing it? Anyone else? Is there no one else? Is it just me? Okay, then I'll take it. But I'll learn from it, and I won't just keep taking it, whipping it, hitting it. I'm talking about, I'll take it as the lesson that it is and say, I'm a part of this lesson. If I want to be a student, if I want to sit long enough and take some notes on it. Most people call it journaling, but you can do tracking. Watch your thoughts run. Just watch them run from thing to fucking thing. Cycling, that's the one, that's the worst. That's anxiety. That's the one that cranks you up. And then you put every fucking worry and hate and fear all up in that bitch. The biggest Ferris wheel you can build. This happened. Like I was saying, you'll cycle. I was just talking about my poor cousin, but he even went got out the ashes. You see, these are my daddy's ashes. I'm like, that's not normal, homie. You're adding more stress to it. How you think it's going to make you feel? I'm asking anybody ever alive, check your own heart rate if you're alive, and say, what's it going to make me feel like when I bust out the ashes? Oh yeah, that reminds me of missing them a lot, and it's going to make me feel like shit. And then guess what? Now I got to drink, because then I got a drinking habit. I said, homie, you don't have a drinking habit, because you have an emotional habit. You're addicted to your emotions. You stuck on that sauce, bro. It's the only hot sauce you've been using for the hottest, longest minute. You haven't even tried any other hot sauces. And all the hot sauces and flavors of the world, you're stuck on this one. And that's what we do. We wear out our CDs, man. We wear out our emotions. We wear ourselves out. That's why I said, don't kill yourself yesterday. Don't kill yourself. You're killing yourself with your thoughts. And if you don't believe me, again, track it down. Go get that journal out. Let that shit out. That's another way of taking bricks out the backpack. Journal it. I said what I had to say. Even maybe you don't get to have that conversation. Sometimes it's with dead people. Sometimes they're alive people. Sometimes they're alive people that you don't even know how to talk to. I've been there, dude. I just don't have the words to talk to my father. I'm waiting for him to speak. He's waiting for me or something. I don't know. If I knew, I would. I could. I should. All these woulda, shoulda, couldas, dude. And there's just action. So then I just keep showing up and seeing what would happen. I don't have a script. There is no script in life. There's no Bible. There's no fucking instruction manual. And they don't teach it in school. This is what we've been talking about all week. But if you get the emotional, what is it? Not emotional education. What's the energy? Oh, mastering emotions. That guy's got a workbook, so I got to go buy that thing so I can do the workbook. But think about that. Have you ever did enough workbooks for your own emotions and say, wow, this is me. This is me. I'll tell you what, dude, get in here, help me out. How do you have no requests? Send request, there you go. Lacked and locked mastery. So you get in this game. Anything to help someone else get out of it. Anything else. You know, that's what I've been doing with the show. I've been going live and letting people go live with me and say, this also happened to me. Right? This also happened to me. These swag bags. I did this. I unlocked myself. Talk about locked and mastery. You know, mastering our emotions. That's the mastery. That's what you get to do daily with your life, is to figure out your own book. Hack yourself. Hack the planet, man. Hack yourself and go, man, self, you a weird motherfucker. You a habitual ass motherfucker. Self, you are repetitive. I know exactly what you're gonna do. I know exactly where you're gonna eat. If I had to track you down, I could pretty much kick your ass and kill you. It'd be easy to follow your ass as unable to join. No worries, bro. But I'm telling you, tell yourself to pick up new patterns. They say it all the time in the dating world. They're like, are you still going to the same grocery store? Yep. At the same time? Yep. Getting the same food? Yep. Of course you're not going to meet nobody new. How are your days going to get more exciting unless you do something new? And if you're always on the pattern, then you're just predictable. And a predictable, comfortable life is deadly. That's a slow drip death. That's a slow suffocation. When you can boldly go anywhere you want to go and not stop yourself, you know? Most people are like, I don't have any money, where am I going to stay? Exactly. There's your mind telling you all the ways it's not going to work. See, Mastery sent a request to be in your live video. All the ways it's not going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. This is all the ways it is going to work, except get in here. Go live. Did it work? And then you make it work. Have you ever tried that? Making it work? Seeing something and you're like, this is my life and I want it to work a certain way. Oh, what? Get in here. Yes.
What's going on with
Blessed. We got the Weed Club shirts today. This is brand new. Off the chain.
Nice.
Fresh off the press. You got to get yourself a Weed Club card. See, this is a membership. There's rules to this. There's levels to this. You know, first rule of Weed Club is you don't talk about Weed Club. Okay, now you already know. Yep.
Yeah, I was definitely loving what you were talking about. I think a lot of people need to be aware of just their emotions. I didn't know until the beginning of this year when the pandemic kind of arose and everybody was, you know, in their thing. We're all in our houses. We're all kind of tripping out. This was the first time I knew I had a panic attack. I had to call the doctors in my house. It was like, what is going on with me? No, you're perfectly fine. You're perfectly fine. You may have had like a panic attack. I don't know. I was like, I felt like the walls were caving in on me, and I was just doing the same stuff every day, going to work, coming, you know, in the house. I work from home, you know, working at home, you know, doing the same thing, having someone else do my groceries and picking them up. It was literally driving me insane, that repetitive thing, like, for so long, and it was catching up to me. Not going out with people or having certain connections, that was driving me crazy, because we all kind of, little do people know, we kind of feed off of each other's energy at times, you know, just by connections and stuff.
There's 5.
I didn't know.
There's 5 hormones, and oxytocin is one of them. And it's not like you can eat them. It's not like nutrients and minerals. Like you can outsource it from your vegetables. You're built in with so much serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin, and it only engages with other human beings. Yeah.
That's deep.
You're getting it. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's like you cuddling anybody you've ever cuddled in your life. That feeling, that's oxytocin.
Wow. I know sometimes I be like, my kids be like, Bob, do you want me to sleep with you? I'm like, am I this loneliness just wreaking my face? And I'm like, I'm like, no, it's okay. You guys have each other.
Try not to rub your loneliness on them. That's nice of you. Thank you for not doing that. Yeah. No, it is. It's you know, it shouldn't be embarrassing though. That's the thing. It shouldn't be embarrassing. You know, everyone's super lonely in a hyper-connected world. All these people are super lonely and they don't know how to connect. And like I said, the dude literally said, break up your pattern.
Of that. Like after you're absolutely, it gets the habit of that. Like I don't mind, you know, now I'm so antisocial, but you know, I gotta socialize. I mean, I do people's hair, but now I don't even need to do people's hair because I make wigs and I'm just like,
that's an awesome wig, by the way.
I said, what can I do after I mean, swear, this pandemic had me going. I don't know if I was going crazy with this pandemic.
No, everyone collectively were going crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see a big festival season this season.
Driving myself crazy.
No, you're about to see a big festival season this season of just people that want to uncrazy. Right now, we got EDC here in Vegas. It's crazy.
Like, oh, yeah. My sister missed out on it. We both missed out on it. I watched it live, though. I seen Shaq doing this thing at 1:30 in the morning. I was like, I want to see how long he stands in here. Let me see how long. It looks looking nice. It's crazy how time evolves, and now we can watch EDC.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you know, we couldn't watch it on no YouTube or anything, and now, you know, kids that are wondering.
People were periscoping it too back in the day.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, of course.
I've never seen that. I've never seen it live. This is the first time I've seen it live.
No, that's why I think Periscope was just so awesome. Yeah, but this one right here was inspired by Kevin Samuels. Have you watched any of his stuff?
No.
Kevin Samuels.
Oh, Kevin Samuels?
The black guy that just died, the good-looking dude. Yeah, he was GQing it.
Yeah, I never
He was dropping some psychology stuff, but he blew up because he was hitting a nerve. But you know, the style that I didn't give was to co-share the knowledge on healing. You know, like this stuff is just all about healing, and it's like it's not a drug-related thing. It's not like something that you get outsourced with or something at all. It was just literally like, I don't need cuddles with my kids, you know, I need oxytocin. I'm just not describing it right. Of course you cuddle your kids. That's your natural thing. And they need to know that they get that from that source. This is how we get oxytocin, right? We don't get Oxycontin, we go get oxytocin, right? Here we go. Right. Literally. And they say that heroin mimics this drug too, unfortunately, you know? Yeah. So it's one of those where, you know, you want to have a healthy addiction to these emotions and hormones that all of us have in our brains. There's only 5, and then there's the only one that doesn't, and that's cortisol. And that'll get inside your brain, and that'll make you feel even worse. So that loneliness, this is a depression, a little whisper, a little despair of saying, hey, yo, you need to go socialize. But instead, it's just like, I'm lonely. Like, you miscalculate it. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, get out now. That's why I've been saying, get out now. Your kids get social. They get social. They'll bounce on you on a bike, right? Tell me. Go ahead.
What happened?
You'll say your kids will get social. They'll get on their bike. They'll find a way. They don't even have cars. And then it's like, I'm gonna find a way to be social.
And like that's one thing. Like I was gonna do like a little acting class, boxing, kind of just get them back out there because we've been so locked in for so long. But one of the things is actually knowing. Once you know where, you know, this feeling, because that was half of my battle. Finding out that, oh, everything is okay with me, but it's all in your head.
Yeah.
The doctor's just like, I think it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
So once I found that everything was okay with me, I was like, oh, now it's all in my head. Now I got to find where to not get a prescription, but find out how to get myself back in mentally, because I'm such a spiritual person. How did this knock me off curve?
You're missing those
meditation and breathing exercises to get you back.
Right, but you know, even those things are a social sport. You know, you can do breathing exercise with other people. You know, there's a lot of those things like at parks.
Absolutely.
I love parks, and that's why they create them in cities, is to relieve people of their brains. It's not like, I don't know where you live, but you know, my friends that surf, I literally see them go get their mental health, and if they have to talk to the waves or a doctor for 4 to 5 hours, that's what it's going to have to be. Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, and that's what we got to do. We got to have.
I absolutely do. I went to California, and I seen just a group of people. It was free. It was free. They were doing yoga in the beach, and they were like, "We come here every morning." I was like, "Nice." I was in my car though. I was traveling in my car. Yeah. So I was sleeping in my car. Nice. So, you know, I was sleeping in the beach, you know, traveling.
And you still made it.
I love to travel, so.
And you still made it.
Yeah, and then I made it out here to Vegas. So now I'm trying to find things out in Vegas. Phoenix, there's so many mountains, so many people doing their walks on different mountains.
Are you in Vegas
in Arizona now? And Phoenix.
Are you in Vegas now?
No, I'm in Las Vegas.
Huh?
Yeah.
You're at LBOG?
Yes,
How long have you been in Vegas?
3 years.
No, you got to get 10 years to be an LBOG. 3 years,
and I went to Arizona. I went to Arizona, and then I was here for like about 6 years. Then before that, I was in California. I'm a Cali girl.
Okay.
Okay, but I have been gravitating to this desert life. So.
Okay. Well, we're at the Las Vegas Original. If you get a chance on the other Instagram, at, you know, the Las Vegas Original. So we're LBOGs. And we have a whole bunch of lines of different clothing. Slumberland. We have Slumberland shirt I just released instead of Slumberland. We're calling them Slumberland. Yes.
I gotta get the Slumberland.
Yeah, so they think they're so cool.
I like that side.
But you know, it's about connection. You know, we got 3 minutes to go before these things cut off on us. But you know, I wanted more people to get healing on this, and let it be known. Let it be known, like right there, just like what you just said too, like in your head, that you thought it was just you, right? That now that you have this awareness, right? If you have a self-awareness of what your thoughts are and how they work, right? I would tell you, get out now, especially with your kids. And you always have this plan that I see your brain do that, but where will I go? That's not the point. The point is to move your body, you know, let your mind move your body. Get the car keys, move the hand. If my hand can make me smoke,
okay,
it can grab a car key.
To do right now.
And then I'm in it. And in a minute, and then I park the Spark. Now I'm in the park. Kids are running around. Maybe I need to run around. When's the last time I ran around? When's the last time I altered my physiology?
Absolutely.
When's the last time I had fun like a kid? I don't have to actually play with them, but you know, the guy talks about it in the book. He goes, "Fuck your feelings." If you get a chance, it's an audiobook for 9 hours. It's a great audiobook by a Navy SEAL, but it's called Fuck Your Feelings.
Check that out.
Because you start telling yourself things like, where will I go? That's your feelings telling you some lies. You know what the fuck you care? You got to just go. Boldly go. And just go and figure it out. Now you're in the park, and now you're just a stranger. And then they told you about the breathing classes. Oh, they're breathing over there doing yoga. Y'all do that on Wednesdays? Now you got friends. It's like, don't complicate it. Go do it. Nike.
You are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for this morning. That got me up, and I just wanted to.
Yes, blessed. Yes, blessed.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I love this part of the show. So that's Saints brand right there. Everybody gets a little bit of the shine. Everybody gets the follow, and then eventually we're gonna make Saintsgiving an app. We're going to make Saintsgiving an app, and then you'll be able to donate to people like homeless people and get them cards, much like the Read Club card, and you can recharge it. So if you got like that one homeless person you're worried about or anything, even if you buy a shirt, part of the proceeds go to, you know, Saintsgiving.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you'll be feeding the homeless and doing all that.
That is so cool. And I do thank you so much for bringing me on your live. That's so cool. Just do your lives, dude. I will touch in. I will
you got to subscribe here on YouTube. You got to
to
subscribe on YouTube and share it. We're almost to the
Absolutely.
4,000 watch hours, and then they let me sell my merchandise. Under the video,
that's cool.
under the video, yeah, they won't let me do it.
Well,
So
you know what?
I got like almost unlocked it.
Where can I get your shirts?
SaintsAddiction.com.
Saints Addiction. Okay, just on here as well. Okay, I will.
All right.
Thank you.
All
you
love, all my heart from the start. We have peace and love. Tell everybody.
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
We also say Chigathon if you ever get to know this, but that means Chigathon. It means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. Yeah. And so they don't just say goodbye; they say Chigathon.
Yeah, I don't like saying goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't like saying goodbye. So
it means like I know I'm gonna see you later. Chigathon.
Was it Chigathon?
Chigathon. Chigathon.
Chigathon.
Chigathon.
Chigathon, everyone.
Peace. That's awesome. That's awesome. What a blessing.